Yeah, executive in charge of producing this model rocket. With help from Dad, executive in charge of the living room. Sounds like a Twilight Zone episode. Submitted for your approval, Miss Helen Warren, elementary science consultant in the Twilight Zone.
4, 3. Hold it. Hold it.
What comes
That
after
thing will never
3?
go anywhere. You forgot one of the
A
stages.
giant!
There. Now you can launch it. Uncle Bill works with rockets. Jane, Bob, and Mike don't quite understand why rockets have to be fired in different stages. Uncle Bill explains that not all of them do. Just some of the big rockets that use liquid fuels. They need a vast amount of fuel to pull away from the Earth's gravity field.
Yes, a vast amount of ink. Fuel.
Rocket-propelled planes have been built, designed to take a man up to very high altitudes.
One specific man. But he's scared of heights, so he'll just roll to his destination. Meanwhile, that same shot. I see where they're going with this. You know, I bet the Air Force doesn't charge for pillows.
To overcome the effect of gravity, the rocket plane is carried to high altitude by a large transport plane.
The larger plane is instructed not to pick at it, it'll just fall off on its own.
If the cruiser were launched directly from the ground, much of its fuel would be used up in pulling away from the Earth's gravity field, which is strongest at the surface of the Earth.
What do your L5s see, Dave?
This makes the rocket plane the same in principle as the last stage of a multi-stage rocket. Both must be well away from the surface of the Earth before they are fired.
Well, you're here at K-Talk. It's the Morning Zoo with Marty and the Goon Patrol playing your favorite country hits.
15 seconds.
Go ahead, caller.
10 seconds.
Fine, just launch your stupid rocket.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Huh? You say something? Oh, no, wait, I said 20 seconds to launch!
For probing deeper
And that's where
into space,
babies come from, kids.
scientists have proposed another way of overcoming the problems of fuel and gravity.
Tom
They
Sizemore.
propose space platforms, or way stations in space.
Or rotating smoke detectors.
Like the transport plane and the first stages of a multi-stage rocket, the way stations would provide a base from which a rocket may be launched.
Is the Twilight Zone music really appropriate here? Was I supposed to bring the rocket? Come on!
Various forms have been suggested, but a space station might look something like this.
I mean, who the hell knows, right?
Such a space station might be built about 1,075 miles above the surface of the Earth.
Still too close to
If it
Staten
were
Island.
farther out, it would be more difficult to send supplies. If it were closer, it would revolve around the Earth too quickly. It would, however, have to move fast enough to avoid being pulled down to the Earth by gravity.
So, which educational consultant thought we'd respond to a full minute of a constantly
The Earth's
rotating
gravity still
unicycle
pulls
wheel?
the station, of course, but the direction of the pull is changed by the satellite's forward motion. Instead of falling to the surface of the Earth, it keeps falling around the Earth. Station parts may be prefabricated on Earth, then delivered into orbit by transport rockets and assembled in space.
By people used to assembling
Crewmen
rockets
will
while
arrive in
twirling
the
round
same
and
orbit
round.
and travel at the same speed to carry out construction. The sections
Is this
of
a
the space
Python
station
cartoon?
will be nearly weightless, and one man will be able to move objects that had to be lifted by huge cranes back on Earth.
Like this
The
platinum hard
men
candy.
will be nearly weightless too, and will have small propulsion units attached to their spacesuits to help them move about.
He's got drill hands. He's a big daddy.
On the inside, the completed station would have to have its own artificial atmosphere.
And its own Vienna
There would be
sausage.
very little pull of gravity to hold objects and people in place. To substitute for gravity, the station may be made to spin like a giant wheel.
You don't say.
This would create centrifugal force and would give the occupants a feeling of gravity. They would be thrust outward toward the rim of the station. This would be down to them.
Just as I, at this moment, am also thrusting
Up
outward.
would be toward the hub of the station.
Hey, how's the weed coming up here? Oh no, it's sneaking back into the frame. Oh boy.
The way station may also be used for a research laboratory and for testing equipment for a journey farther into space.
Yeah, to find out where all the stars went. Well, I guess now's a good time to tell you guys about my gig. Yeah, I'm at the Airport Holiday Inn in the lounge. It's coming Saturday, 6:30 p.m. I'll be doing mostly original stuff, maybe a few covers. You know, it's pretty mellow. We'll see how it goes. You know, no pressure or anything. Just come on out, have a good time. Oh, and you get it
Besides the
free if you bring a
problems of getting
non-perishable
into
food.
space,
Oh, we're back.
we also have the problem of returning to the Earth from space. As a rocket approaches the Earth from space, it gathers speed.
Despite no
It
propulsion
also
system
meets
and being
increased
made of
friction
cardboard.
as the atmosphere becomes more dense closer to the Earth. Friction causes the rocket to become so hot that it burns up like a small meteor.
Oh, well, problem solved.